breed.
I guess. I mean, dogs are descendants of the great wolf. Anyway.
Yeah, here we are.
I don't have a segue for that. We're in the grand finals
the boy
instead.
cried wolf. Who cried wolf?
Boy cried wolf once again. Wasn't enough the first time. Going to cry wolf again. And that set went game 5 when these two played in winners finals. You know Syrup wants that run back.
Oh, no, for sure. And it goes to show, like, these two players are real. These are one of my favorite players to watch go at it time after time. It doesn't matter what characters they may be playing on the screen. You just know you're in for a treat. You know they're going to go back and forth. It's going to be one player may dominate one game, but then the next player dominates the next one. Or it may just be a nail-biter of a game and a nail. But for sure, we are in for a great set between these two players. 129% already tacked on, and nothing on the wolf. And nothing going to be on this wolf after he solidifies that first stock.
0 to death, baby. The start out grand finals. To go on to your prior point, I have not seen two local players go tit for tat more than these guys do. There have been some occasions where I do believe Jakal has 3-0'd him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they have.
But these guys usually really just go trade for trade in games when they're the two. They're two of New Jersey's finest for a reason. I mean, with the exception of Tweak, the top two players in New Jersey. Sending down to the depths, saying, I didn't even like that movie. Which, how can you not? It was amazing. Please go watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I don't care if it's in the middle of grand finals. Anyway, beautiful weak hit of death neutral air into the dash attack to keep that pressure onto Syrup right here. Again, these guys going tit for tat. F-tilt wake up on the part of Syrup. Trading blows back and forth. Advantage is now, and stage control, I should say, is now in the favor of Jakal over and over again. Down smash not going to do it, and a reversal once again from the ledge.
And after a 0 to death that we saw in the beginning of this game, now we have an even out play field right now from both these players who are just putting, like I mentioned, it's going to be back and forth. It doesn't matter how strong you start. It's about how you finish. And both these players, with the options right there, got a little too greedy holding on to that up smash. It ended up being Syrup's demise. And now he is down a whole stock with a quick 30 already tacked on in Jakal's favor, and then some.
All right. Pulling back air from the platform. Ness players want to do. Rising neutral air from ledge with a macro. No, yeah, there's another thing Nesses are wanting to do. You already know. Down to last stock of game number 1 right here between these two players. 30% differential. What's the ledge shot on the part of Ness? Oh, actually, utilizing the quick wolf flash, the transcendence of it to actually make his way back to the stage instead. Not able to get that much damage off of it because mashing out of the combo is Syrup once again. This is what I'm talking about when I say these guys just go tit for tat, man. They're two of Tri-State's most evenly matched players.
Yeah, no,
or two of Jersey's, I should say, most evenly matched players for sure over and over again. I like that option with the weak rising neutral air as well. That, instead of the strong one, carries right to the other side of the platform, actually able to convert it into an up tilt. Oh boy.
Ooh, I love the option and the aggression from Jakal. These sour spot nairs, like weak spot hits, nairs are paying off for Jakal so much. It transitioned from what we saw in winners finals into this game. Like, it's just catching Syrup off guard, and Jakal's reaction time to know what option to throw out right afterwards is just so good. Like, he knew, okay, weak spot, weak hit nair into up tilt, into just send my opponent off stage, and then just bait him into the air dodge to get that F tilt and seal the stock, take the game, and now 2 more games away from taking grand finals. Would be disappointed to see a 3-0 fashion, but if there's anything we know about Jakal is that he just has some of the best adaptation.
No, my neck hurts. I'm down. Body him. Put him in a clinic. Tie his shoes.
Take his head off.
I'm kidding, of course.
Off with his head.
Off with his head.
All right. Nice drag down up air into back throw from coming out from Syrup.
I love that.
Ooh,
I love all that.
Oh my God!
The PK flash was not useless. It was a bait. It was a bait to say Wolf is going to go low right here, and I'll be able to react if he goes low with it instead. But even if he doesn't, I'm going to force him into a place he doesn't want to be in, so I can be able to get the PK fire. This is what separates the wheat from the chaff to get to the grand finals. It's not like you just have to adapt to not play the game the way you want to, or play the character the way they're supposed to. It's playing the character the way they're supposed to, while also not forcing your game plan, but adapting just enough to the point where you can play your game the way you want to play it. If you just try to force your game the way you want to play the game, it's not going to work. It's not even just about adapting. It's about adapting just enough to the point where you can condition your opponent so you can start playing the game the way you want to again as that up smash takes the stock.
And we're seeing it, like, such strong starts coming out from both these players in when it comes to those first stocks. But then, like, they just even the play feels
Oh,
so
God.
quickly. What is this combo we're seeing from Jakal? Some of the
65.
wow. I mean, we know how good of a combo game Wolf has as a character, but Jesus, the stuff that Jakal pulls out sometimes, it just amazes me. See, like, what this character really is capable of in the right hands. Same thing with Ness, of course.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like slight disjoints on the claws on the part of Wolf, not just with the F tilt, but with the up air as well. Juggling against that, that's not just a fast faller thing. He can do that to floaty characters just as well, my friend. It's a beautiful rising forward air, speaking of the claws, going to force Jakal's way off of the ledge and out of disadvantage right there. Firing off one pot shot is at high percent. I doubt he thought that Syrup was going to be ready for it. And another one, just raw burst options, just catching him again. Like, I feel like he's just in Syrup's head just enough to the point where in the CQC he'll be able to get those occasional crazy burst options. You see him retreat back when he recognizes that Ness is positive, then fire off a pot shot as a little warning label, and then just back and forth over and over again, just respecting the neutral, and then hits him with a grab when he least expected. Like, he's doing such a good job playing around Ness's range. This is what I'm talking about. You have to play around the matchup, around the opponent to get what you want first instead of forcing it. If he just got those dash attacks, if he just did them anyway earlier, they wouldn't have worked. You just got to do a little bit of work. It's like an artichoke. You got to do a little bit of work before you get to the heart. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the thing about, you know, these 7-minute matches. Like, it may, whether it's too much, whether it's too little, who cares? I mean, you got to really use time. Time is literally your best friend when it comes to the game of Smash. Yeah, for a character like Sonic who just will time you out the whole time, sure, you could say that. But then again, like, these players utilizing, they know they have enough time to work with. They don't have to get aggressive every single moment in this game. They know that they can play passive. They know that they have that time to just play around, play footsies, wait for the opportunity to strike. And we're seeing that opportunity to strike coming out from Syrup. Nice recovery from Jakal. Still going to get stuffed out by the roll read by Syrup, though.
That was really good patience on the part of Syrup right there, recognizing that a roll
my
was
God.
coming for sure. He just needed to find some way out of that corner. No reason to press a button right there too early, and Syrup recognized that. Able to actually get the shield out in time, buffering it this time around, which he did not do in their winner's final set, and it actually cost him a stock.
Yeah.
Like earlier.
Ooh.
This time around is going to be different, though, and you've got to watch your way down if you're Ness this time around. You don't want to be double jumping too high. You want to play in these tech chase roll situations against Wolf instead. If you jump up high, you know that's going to be an up tilt. No reason to hold in right there and just force your way back into neutral. Just reset it once again. No reason to press it against Wolf when he wants to. There is reason, though, to get crazy misinputs like that.
Yeah, I felt the misinput there. It was definitely a reverse neutral B. The laser was supposed to come out, but man.
This is where you have to hit start X and Y before the character select screen comes up to
man.
ensure that you reset your controller before every game. Is he doing it? He's not doing it.
I feel like he does that before the set.
No, he probably already did it before. I'm not blaming it on his controller.
man.
I'm just making a dumb joke. But you know, forgive me for that one, friends. Merely an ill-advised attempt at levity. Anyway, he's off stage already.
Oh!
He died.
Hasta la muerte. There you go. That's gonna be stuff.
Garito.
Enchilada. I don't know where we're
¿Por
going.
qué diablo jugar con mi comida? He's ruining this for him, dude.
I know.
He came here for an arrogant little kid who thought he was immortal.
Oh my gosh.
But it turned out he was the immortal one the whole time.
Oh my gosh, man.
But I don't see him anymore. Live your life, Ness.
Live
Live
your
it
life.
well.
Oh man.
Holy moly, this is definitely looking like Syrup.
Oh,
Game to lose
okay,
with the back air. Gonna do it right there. Wolf has some of the finer airspeed out of the top tiers for sure, which is also crazy not negated, but complemented by the fact that he has Ganon level hitboxes in his aerials.
Yeah, just about getting level hitboxes.
It's not something you normally see characters have. Like, oh, Puff moves through the air, second fastest airspeed in the game. Like combo hits instead. But then you have Wolf, who moves through the air like butter, and then his back air just does that.
Definitely an all-around character. Definitely a respectable character. But you also got to respect stuff like that. What are you doing trying to regrab ledge the way that you do like that? Down smash at ledge. And now Syrup one game away from bringing us to a Grand Finals reset.
AR, AR. Why can't I roll my R's right now? There we go.
All right.
Yeah, that was important.
That was very
important. Grand Finals reset.
Not yet. Not yet.
I can't do it right now. What is wrong with me?
I got it. Don't worry. We get the reset. Here we go. Game 4, and this game is so crucial right now for both these players, honestly. Jakal definitely not somebody who would want to have a reset happen, but one player is, and that is going to be Syrup, who is leaving right where he left off from that Game 3. You saw in two-stock fashion look real dominant, but now, Jesus Christ, never mind. I was going to say, he's starting off strong, but anything that he can do in Jakal could just do slightly better, I guess.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Mm-hmm.
I can do anything better than you.
Oh,
like that.
But can you edge guard is exactly the term
Yes, he can.
that Ness wants to say to Wolf right now. Can you edge guard better than me? Can you two-frame better than me? Can you just kill better than me? Well, at the ledge, it looks like that's going to be favoring Ness.
Truthfully, it depends on the situation.
It does.
Because, like, it depends on the recovery, like, Wolf, and it depends on the angle of, like, PK Thunder, I believe. Like, if you just go straight in, obviously you can't do it, but from below, Wolf can get an F-tilt if he's not careful. He just has to space it properly. It also depends on the proper hitbox of Wolf up B as well. Beautiful SDI. Hard SDI to the left to make sure he didn't get hit by the bat there, especially the tipper hit of the bat. You know that would have been a homer.
It would have also been scary because if Syrup was just like a frame or two quicker, that would have definitely just sealed the stock because Jakal was holding to the left anyways.
Can I just say, I also, as that up tilt takes the stock, I really like that F tilt that Syrup did to get Jakal back off the stage right there.
Mm-hmm.
It was way too, like, he was way too far away to commit with dash attack because
Right.
Jakal would have been able to get the shield up and then just get a reversal back throw. And he still needed to get him off stage, and that was the way he would have forced his advantage. Because if he didn't do anything, that wouldn't have even reset neutral. He would have just given up ledge, like, for no reason. Like, yeah, you have stage control, but, like, what is that going to matter against Wolf? Instead, that run-up pivot F tilt doesn't have the most range in the world, but it still has its uses. Like, these characters with these stubby F tilts, they may not have as many uses as some other characters, but they have their utility, trust me.
So does that Nair, just stuffing out that up smash like if it was nothing at all. And a back air, not enough to take the stock. However, Jakal once again in the upper edge and gonna lose the stock. Got a little too greedy, expecting Syrup to snap onto ledge instead of landing back on stage. Not going to be enough to take stock with that punt kick. No rage to work with. But F-tilt just early on the timing there.
All right, expecting a roll-in. Expecting a roll-in with the up smash. Maybe he didn't think it would be that big of a punish off of Ness because he would have had to commit with a forward air. Up throw instead. I see. I get the idea. You know, just trying to get like a sinking up air out of an air dodge or something. Like a nice way to like mix up the scenario instead of just like back throwing him off stage when it's not going to kill and then putting back throw on the skill negation chart. You know what I mean? Because then it just won't kill later when he actually needs it to. That's the dash attack Charlie Brown going to do it this time.
I love that option because Jakal knew that the PSI magnet was coming out, forced it out, and just did a step back into a dash attack once again, bringing this back to even. That F-tilt didn't seem advised from Jakal. One of the rare times where you do down throw and you don't get the dash attack that you're looking for with this character.
Really
However,
cute combo, dude. The forward air into the up tilt.
Ooh!
No, you needed the ledge there, my friend. Oh my God, he got so lucky.
What is going on?
Holy moly. Two scenarios where we should not have seen Wolf up B. But it happened anyway.
And the pivot grab comes out from Syrup, but just the perfect micro-spacing and the perfect timing. Right there from Jakal, has the back air read, but does not get the sweet spot he wants, but he does get the stock due to the fact that the Ness air dodge actually for once does not come in handy for Syrup, actually being the reason he dies.
Yeah. You actually see Jakal shaking his head on that one. Mark of a champion, you shake your head when you win because you're like, that's not how I wanted to win.
Yeah, no. We win our sets with dignity here.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer.
It's funny because there's a lot of like people would say, I take those, but no, you know, these.
That would be most players without the will to improve.
Yeah.
They just have the will to win. You need both to be in grand finals in future.
Of course.
Most of the time. Depending on who gets the grands on any given day.
And depending on who's in the venue that day as well. But we came strong today, and with I believe for a lot of people it is spring break, so this is why we had such a great turnout. We had such great names. Every player from every side of Tri-State bringing their very best. Philly with Beats and Yellow, New York I see with Fawn, VV, and so many others, and then Jersey, of course, with the two people you see right here in Jakal and Syrup, bringing us to this great grand final set. Once again, another Game 5, just like winners finals. We could be seeing 15 games if Syrup is able to bring this to a grand finals reset. Could be.
15 games. Oh, yeah, because of winners finals.
Yeah,
I'm so.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. My bad. Yeah, we very much could, my friend, and these guys are respecting each other a lot more in this game number 5. Look, they are not committing. Look at that. Did you see that? They was synchronized how they both dash back and back in from each side of the level.
They know that this game 5 means so much. It's either going to be another one that we're going to have to deal with, or it's going to be the end of the run for Syrup. And I know damn well, as much as these two love playing this game, as much as these two want to keep going at it, nothing means more to Jakal than just winning another fusion. But so it means so much more for Syrup right now as he's able to take that first stock and now give himself the lead.
All right.
I love it. Love the wait.
Oh,
and love
I
the
love
chase.
the lack of waiting.
Yeah.
I love the lack of wait right
You got to
there.
know how to mix up. These two players are so good at knowing when to play passive and then when to play aggressive.
Yeah, like when I commentate like Jakal versus Syrup, I honestly feel like, no disrespect to all these talented players that we have here, but I think both these guys are on another level than almost everybody in that room.
That's valid.
In there. Not that they haven't lost to those players before, but when I watch the two of them play, it's like I feel like they respect each other in such different ways to the point where they mix up scenarios that they would not mix up against players who are not each other, if that makes any sense. Like that chase right there was crazy. I mean, you don't see him do that. You really don't see Jakal do that as a mix-up against lower level opponents. You see him do it just because he can, because they either don't know what they're doing or they're just susceptible to that because they play a character that's like that. These two though, it's textbook at this point. Makes me feel like me as a humble commentator, I'm not worthy to understand what's going on in front of my eyes.
All right. And Jakal on the driver's end right now, but great back air coming out from Syrup. Just saying, listen, I know you want to back air me, but I'm not going to give you the chance. However, that's not going to phase Jakal. That mate beat.
I respect it.
He was way too close to go for the ledge.
No, I respect the boldness to go for that F-tilt, but for sure he just wasn't at the right angle. But you see, out of the respawn and vulnerability, he's able to get that up smash. We are down to last game, last stock of Grand Finals. Syrup wins this, we get ourselves a reset. Jakal wins this, it's over. And right now it's looking like Syrup might want it a little bit more with all the damage that he's gotten on him. Untouched and unanswered so far. Are we going to get a 0 to death for the reset? Yes, we are.
Oh, my God. I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Nah, come on.
Ah, man.
You got to give it up for the boy. He earned it. He earned it.
Definitely earned it. Definitely sent the wolf crying this time around.
This man's like, come on, we're burning daylight. My throat,
You're doing it to yourself, man.
I am doing it to myself, but I warmed up my pipes like you told me to beforehand.
As you should have. And now here we are. These are the reasons that we warm up our pipes. Speaking of pipes, I don't know where I'm going with this, but
Let's go see the Mario movie. Like, what were you gonna see?
Speaking of pipes, if you haven't seen the Mario movie, watch it now so we can spoil it.
It was really good. Have fun.
Exactly how I feel, Ramsey. You shouldn't be here right now. I got a seat waiting for me at Applebee's.
I got a story for you later, my friend. I'll tell you once everything's all said and done.
I got a seat waiting for me at Applebee's, and I can't go because I'm stuck here in Grand Finals reset of Fusion 151. Two awesome players, two phenomenal players. Syrup getting that redemption set that he earned in that Game 5, and now right where he left off.
Might be
does
getting
not
the
matter.
reset.
Yeah,
W earned as well with the way he's playing.
Could be getting that reset, but what we know about these two players is that they just go back and forth, left and right. It doesn't even matter. You got to be on your toes if you're Jakal and trying to get these two-frame options. He's not really been converting these two frames as much as he would hope for, but he's been going for them a lot every single time he's gotten Syrup off stage.
Yes, he has, my friend, over and over again. And the shield is out that time around. No way to be able to get an F-tilt. That ledge situation is gone. Rolling in, though, getting the up smash is Jakal going tit for tat these two players once again. And there's that falling forward air, which he's so accustomed to. I've always said one of the best things about Ness, because people compare Ness a lot to Mario for some reason. And you might think, oh, is it because they both have red hats?
Yeah.
No. It's because they're both like just sort of like high-tier characters who do a lot of damage off of grabs and have like back throw kills as well. But one major difference, despite Ness generally being considered to be worse, one big thing that Ness has over Mario that he also has over a lot of characters is that right there, that forward air. Having a quick forward air and lingering hitbox in front of you is huge. That way, like to get a proper kill hitbox out, you don't need to do a reverse aerial rush. And that saves you a lot of frames. Or a slingshot even. So that alone is just such a good neutral tool. You can even get drag downs with it in the up smash like we just saw right there. It didn't work, but he went for it. Because it's a situation that can work, especially against fast followers.
For sure. And right now, Jakal taking a lot of percentage. I would have expected a grab at that point. He goes for it this time around, but he had Jakal right where he wanted him to be, so he could have gotten that back throw. Maybe not kill, but even then, it would have been just the perfect positioning to just get that advantage state. However, he's going to have to work with what he has, and I love the movement right now from Jakal. I love the air dodge straight down into just chasing with the dash attack to seal the stock, and now gives himself the lead. And, yep, that's all it takes. You're at high percent, you're at kill percent. Any strong attack, even including a tilt, will be enough to take it.
That didn't even trade. That just straight up outranged the Wolf forward air. That beautiful pivot grab. That led to so much damage. 83, 95.
What the hell is going on?
It's killing him.
The chase, man. The chase from Jakal.
Oh, and the double jump into the lingering neutral air as well, man. Just, it's so safe too. It looks so like smart, but it's just also just basic fundamentals.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, double jump, like falling soft, nair. I'll be able to convert off of it, and if I don't, it's completely safe. I still have stage control for that. You didn't jump up that high.
Man.
I mean, Ness can call him out for that. It's still a little bit of a risk, but at the same time, it's like for the most part, when you're edge guarding or when your opponent's at disadvantage, it's still a generally safe option. You know? You know. You know. He knows.
I know. I know.
He knows. He may be drinking Dasani, but he knows.
I got no choice here. I actually got no choice.
I know. They brought us water that makes you thirstier. It has salt in it.
Does it actually?
Yes, it's literally has salt in it to make you thirstier, so you buy more Dasani.
Is that what the S in Dasani stands for?
Sure, it stands for salt.
I mean,
so is one of these two players, depending on which one of them loses. They're going to stand for salt as well.
If you look at the Dasani logo, they emphasize the S. It has to mean something, right?
I think it's supposed to look like a stream. Like a creek, like fresh water.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I would have never got that, but
that's smart. I'm going to drink Dasani every day for the rest of my life. Boy, I want water now.
Stay hydrated, folks.
Stay hydrated.
That's literally it. That's literally it. Just stay hydrated.
Oh, I don't know if he got the strong hit there, I would have killed, but now and definitely know it would have that close to the blast zone. Are you kidding? That's Wolf O'Donnell, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he actually wound up on the other side of him with the up air. He wanted to get a re-grab, but it didn't work. That was a really good cross-up by Syrup. I'm actually not even sure if he meant to do that. I think he was just trying to press a button at a disadvantage. If he meant to do that, he's a genius. Or either that or he just has really good fundamentals.
Both. Oh my God, that could have been bad.
He didn't get the spike because the percent was too low.
Is that actually why? No, that's not why.
No, I don't think so.
He didn't get the sweet spot of that. Wolf Flash. Wow, you're crazy. You literally are playing with fire, just evading that up smash. However, the back air is still going to be enough to take stock. 42% of it.
I think Wolf Flash doesn't do enough like hit. I don't think it has enough hit lag or it does enough hit stun at that low of a percent where it sends you down hard enough. I think there's like a percent threshold for it.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Again, don't quote me on that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know that for a fact. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works because he got the strong hit there. It wasn't the weak hitbox, so you know.
He definitely didn't get the sweet spot of that spike hitbox. It does send down no matter what. But,
okay.
Yeah, even then, like you mentioned, it's not going to send him down too far because he was at low percent. But I mean, Ness off stage at disadvantages, you want that to happen in any point in time. However, disadvantage right now is going to none of these players because, well, so Jakal at this point because he's off stage and just evading that up smash. Good stuff, but this time around getting baited into it as the roll option was covered by Syrup, but instead he saw the get up option from Jakal and decided, let me chase you with this up smash.
Oh my God, I love the way he does that, man. He gets so many late nair confirms out of the air, and then when they don't work, he recognizes that he's still in advantage. Especially on a stage like this, like Small Battlefield, which is why both these players keep going back to the stage, is because it buffs advantage states. You know what I mean? It buffs advantage states where you can do stuff like that. Miss your late nair into back air kill confirm, and you'll still be able to chase with the up tilt.
All right. Well, once again, Jakal, every time like he just gets the stock, he immediately goes on a rampage and tacks on so much damage without taking little to none himself. But if there's anything we know, Syrup going for I don't think he expected the pop-up from that up air, trying to get something drag down into the grab. But hey, you gotta work with what you got right now. 117 to 57. And a great juggling game coming out from Syrup, who's still putting on a clinic. Okay.
Nice
even game
there, really. That didn't hit. That could have spelled trouble for sure. I mean, even with a cross-up, I'm not sure if he would have had the frames to get dash attack out in time. Ness just has a lot of good multi-hits that just cross you up so well if you're not careful. And Wolf has a very strong back air that kills you with all sorts of wonky percents if you're not careful either. That is 2-0 up in the favor of Jakal right now. One more to finish the Grand Finals reset in the favor of Jakal, as seeded. As it was foretold in the scrolls. I read that scroll. I read the script, so did you.
There's a script?
Yeah, the script. It's like wrestling.
There's a script?
Yeah.
Tell me wrestling.
Only in wrestling we don't have Vince McMahon, who once tried to legalize sports betting for wrestling. That's not a joke. You can look that up. He actually tried to do that.
I mean, we literally...
No! That woke me up.
I was going to say, we literally do...
Go off topic, talk about Vince McMahon for 1 minute. You got self-destructs out here.
Yeah, that's usually
Is he going to reset it immediately?
That's usually how it goes with people like Vince McMahon. He just kind of pops up and says, "You're fired." Yeah, just like that, you lose your stock.
And just like that, you lose your stock. But we can't, no, all memes aside, this is not scripted, of course. So, I have to clarify that to the people for some reason. Instead, we got an unfortunate SD to start the game out right here.
And that's not the first time we see it. We saw it last time as well, where he tried to go for the reverse neutral B laser, and he went for Wolf Flash. It ended up being his demise. And that probably would have been, that could have been his game where he won, and he could have just ended this whole tournament from there. But no. Once again, taking full advantage of the SD is Syrup. And why not? You got to take control of every single moment you can, and Syrup is doing just that, sitting at 147, still with 3 stocks to go. The chase from Jakal, though, sends him back off stage. What's the punish going to look like? No punish.
Yeah, it was just really good positioning by Syrup, like just sticking down and then double jumping at the perfect height right next to the ledge to ensure that any falling nair, any committal options would have been firmly in the favor of Wolf. Yeah, I mean, if dude, it moves so nice, do it twice. I mean, what is PK Thunder 1? What does it even mean? Just do it again. He goes back, Jack. You already know what it is.
All right.
But yeah, it was unfortunate. He's definitely, he's going to hit up the lab to find out why that's happening when he reverses that gun and gets the Wolf Flash.
It's definitely something that you beat yourself about as a top player, because you know that you're better than this. But sometimes, stuff happens. Yeah. And you got to really, this is where the human side of all these top players comes out.
I agree.
You can't get everything that you want when you want them. And sometimes you're just going to get those misinputs. Hopefully it doesn't be the reason that Jakal may or may not win Fusion, but that's definitely going to be a factor playing off the rest of the set if we're to see this set go to Game 4, maybe even a Game 5.
Might be the reason he loses this game if Syrup's going to wind up lapping him in percent again. You see the disadvantage right there, air dodging towards the platform. Going towards center is Jakal trying to chase with the up air instead. Trying to cover his bases while maintaining stage control. Nothing doing, says Syrup, though. Being able to reverse it, just making sure he stays grounded once he actually reaches past the ledge. And the neutral air, just aggressive one. Right in the macro right there. It's such a ballsy thing to do against Ness, especially when you're at this relatively higher percent that both these players are at.
All right, what's the option right here from Jakal? Jakal desperately needs a stock and playing with fire once again, using that back air to stuff out the up smash. I mean, good stuff right there from Jakal. Once again, using the punt kick off stage, dash attack, no punish once again. These 2 frames are not going in favor of Jakal. However, if he's able to get the stock, there's no doubt in my mind that Jakal has the tools to bring it back, but he's going to have to bring it back in Game 4 instead.
What is more powerful? A deadly mercenary with a transcendent laser who's a leader of an evil mercenary gang? Or a yo-yo that some kid bought in a toy store?
Hey, man. I don't know if you ever pulled out a walking the dog with a yo-yo, but it's pretty impressive stuff.
It's funny, when I used to work in a mall, the first kiosk they put me at was one that sold yo-yos. So, yes, I actually have. Thank you. Yeah, no, seriously. Drink your Dasani.
Hey, man, I mean, pulling off tricks with yo-yos in general, I used to think it was so easy. It's just like monkey see, monkey do. You just look at it, and it's like, oh, it can't be that hard, right? No, it takes pure skill.
It's not monkey see, monkey do. It's monkey see, monkey do. Monkey pee all over you. That's what it is.
Is it actually?
No!
Oh.
No, you ball.
I don't know.
All right, relax. We're burning daylight.
I feel like there's a lot of there's like a lot of these analogies or like phrases that people say.
Yeah.
And like I know like the first part of it, but then like there's more to it. I'm just like I didn't even know there was another part to it.
I was quoting The Office.
Oh.
That was a joke. That was a joke from The Office. Monkey see, monkey do is a legitimate term.
Dude, I have not. I mean,
It's an old show. It's an old show.
Yeah,
You know.
I have not watched it in a minute. But now you're making me want to rewatch it. Rewatch The Office.
We'll rewatch it. We'll rewatch it later. Right
rewatch
now.
The Office. Watch the Mario movie if you haven't. Watch Puss in Boots and watch this grand final set right now. If you're not, if you're doing homework, stop. Keep your eyes off your homework for a second. I don't care if you fail. This is a really phenomenal set coming out from these two dominant players.
Yeah, they're both at 100 already while we were talking about The Office real quick. Only a 4% differential between the two. This is when, like, Grand Finals reset happens and we potentially get this is game 14 between these two players, that we actually start to just, you know, they start to respect each other a lot more.
Ooh.
Both these players play at such a similar high level and just mix up against each other so well that when it gets to game number 14, this is when they both just start like being like a little less committal. Be like, no, you press a button first because then I'll win. And you press a button first and then I'll win. It's just like the game gets narrowed down to that sacred simplicity, if you would. Like a traditional fighting game.
Yeah, no, and it's exactly how it should be. You want to strike first, you're probably going to get punished for it. Or it may just pay off. Oh, wait, you're doing! Oh, my God, no.
Fatality!
And you definitely saw it in the player cam as well. Syrup not happy about it. I respect the option. I feel like it was like more of a, all right, let me change it up. Let me force him not to be able to two-frame me. However, you recover too close to the ledge, and then you recover real high. That gives Jakal enough time, more than enough time, to just go for the F smash force palm. And now here we are, final stock potentially of the set, and a nice wolf flash.
F tilt, getting a strong hit of wolf flash again, but this time sending away.
All right.
Very tricky move that wolf flash is, don't you think?
It is very tricky indeed. All right. Forward throw instead. Gonna opt to get the DI mix up right there. But nice. It didn't. Oh!
And neither did that.
That was anticlimactic. There's no way to describe what we just witnessed there. It's so unfortunate.